Monday marked President Trump's first official workday in office. While the new president did sign a few executive orders on Friday after being sworn in, it was important for President Trump and his team to get off to a solid start on their first official day, especially after what can only be described as a rocky weekend after the now infamous Sean Spicer media briefing on Saturday. And yes, there was some unfair coverage and photos circulated by the media around the crowd size of the inauguration, and Sean Spicer was 100% entitled and correct to point out the fake news story circulated that President Trump had removed the bust of Martin Luther King from the Oval Office. But I don't think I'm speaking out of turn when I say Mr. Spicer could have handled the media briefing a bit better. It's not only the liberal left in the US who have had reservations about what a Trump presidency will bring. Traditional conservatives, both fiscal and social, have had major concerns surrounding just what a Trump administration would do as far as keeping the size of government small and avoiding some of the big government tendencies Trump appeared to admire. But also, many claim that President Trump was a liberal Democrat from New York, with New York values, as Ted Cruz once said. So would he really represent the social conservative wing of the Republican Party once in office? Well, President Trump proved them wrong yesterday. Here's 3 key moves he made on his first day in office to make America great again. First, he signed a 2-page executive order freezing the hiring of new federal government employees. So much for the Never-Trumpers' claim that he would be a big government Republican. In the order, Trump stated, quote, "In carrying out this memorandum, I ask that you seek efficient use of existing personnel and funds to improve public services and the delivery of these services. Accordingly, this memorandum does not prohibit making reallocations to meet the highest priority needs and to ensure that the essential services are not interrupted and national security is not affected," unquote. Boy, I'll tell you, politicians in Canada could learn a thing or two about this move to go after bloated public services. You don't need to threaten to fire 100,000 people. A second executive order was signed by President Trump yesterday, reinstating a Reagan-era policy known as the Mexico City policy, which prohibits federal funding for abortion to any international group. This, clearly a bone for social conservatives, may be a bit unexpected again because what we heard during the campaign, the accusations that Trump, being from New York, was at best a blue state Republican and wouldn't be touching certain social issues. But this order is just more great news for Trump's voter coalition. The final thing he did was unusual for a Republican, but it was right out of his populist playbook. President Trump met yesterday with trade union leaders at the White House, all of whom endorsed Hillary Clinton publicly, but I'd be willing to bet many of their members voted for Trump and his pledge to bring back jobs and manufacturing. But take a look at this ringing endorsement from a union leader.
When the president laid out his plans about how he's going to handle trade, how he's going to invest in our infrastructure, and how he's going to level the playing field for construction workers and all Americans across this country, and then took the time to take everyone into the Oval Office and show them the seat of power in the world. The respect that the President of the United States just showed us, and when he shows it to us, he shows it to 3 million of our members in the United States, was nothing short of incredible. And we will work with him and his administration to help him implement his plans on infrastructure, trade, and energy policy so that we really do put America back to work in the middle-class jobs that our members and all Americans are demanding. Thank you very much.
That is nothing short of incredible. A union leader endorsing a Republican president so strongly. I'll tell you, this is really bad news for the Democrats if President Trump proves his populism to be something trade unions get behind. No identity group or fringe left-wing activism on social issues is going to be able to compete with putting people to work and raising middle-class wages. If Trump is successful, we could be seeing even more than 306 electoral votes come his way, come 2020. So on day one, President Trump quells the fears of both fiscal and social conservatives with executive orders limiting the size of the federal government and ending international funding for abortions, while at the same time performing a coup against what is one of the largest Democratic Party constituencies in trade union leadership and membership. This was a tremendous first day for President Trump, period. Thanks a lot for watching. You know, if you are a fan of what we're doing here at The Rebel and already subscribed to our YouTube channel, well then for just $8 a month, you can get premium content and full-length shows that you won't find anywhere else.